Hi, Bree here. I'm back with another clay tile this week. And the reason I'm doing another clay tile is because I had a viewer that asked if I could slow the process down. Well, the process is quite lengthy, and in the end I ended up with 3 to 4 hours worth of film. And I don't want to upload that on YouTube. But what I've done instead is film it in a different way so that you can get introduced to the tools that I use. And I will tell you what they are and go over them. And starting with cornstarch. So cornstarch is really good to release polymer clay from objects, from rubber molds, from stamps. This actually is a Sculpey product. It's Mold Maker by Sculpey. You press whatever you want into the mold maker. It's a really soft type of clay. And then you bake it in the oven and you get all these really cool molds that stay real flexible. But again, you want to brush them with cornstarch so that the polymer clay will release from the molds when you use them. Also, on the directions, it lists this mold maker as a softener. So say you have really old polymer clay that's really hard and you want to soften it up a little bit, you can add some of that into the clay. I have not tried that personally, but here we have a pasta maker, and it's great for pressing the clay through. And here's like a big block of Sculpey clay in white, and it really doesn't matter what color you use in this process that I do here with the polymer clay tile. It doesn't matter the color because I decorate everything with Pearl X pigments, and in that it changes the color anyway. And so you can use a darker color, light color, doesn't matter. This is liquid Sculpey, amazing stuff. You can do all kinds of different designs with it, but it also acts as a glue when you're putting pieces down. And so if you use that Pearl X powder, which I'll show you in a minute, sometimes the polymer clay doesn't want to stick to the other clay because you have this soft powder. It's like using cornstarch to release it. And so you use that liquid Sculpey and you can glue the pieces down onto your piece. This is my little toolbox that I'm kind of digging through on the left. Here's some rubber stamps, which are great for adding texture and design. And you don't have to use an entire stamp. There's a cookie cutter. You don't have to use an entire stamp in a design. Here's some scoring tools, rolling out tools, different types of little clay tools that I have, and a paintbrush. But on the rubber stamps, you don't have to use the entire stamp. You can use a portion of the stamp and make different designs out of that, and it works really well. This is the Pearl X powder, and it adds iridescence and shine. Here's some glitter that you can also apply to it, though I don't think I've used glitter. I think I've been worried about it melting in the oven. More rubber stamps, where you can take a portion of the stamp, make a certain design. Like this bouquet, I've taken just like the leafy area and the flowers and pressed it into a design. So I don't have a bouquet, I have flowers. This little floral design. The stamps with really fine detailed designs don't work great, but they still work. You still get little designs out of them. The Pearl X powders come in different colors. There's greens, silvers, reds, blues, metallics, greens, gold. It's a really great powder, and they come in little packs that you can get, or you can buy them in big individual powders. And what's really cool about those Pearl X, you don't have to, they're not for clay basically. You can use them in clay and they are really great, but I found that you can add it to like the golden acrylic glazing medium and, you know, swirl it around in there, mix it up, and then apply it to your painted picture that you have, and you add this iridescent shine to it, or you can add metals to your painting with this Pearl X powder pigments. And a little bit goes a long way. The moment you add it, it changes the color of everything. The paintbrush is great to apply it because, again, it does go everywhere, and you'll see as I apply it later on in the video, like one piece will be silver and then the next piece you'll be working on is like a little bronze color, and next thing you know your silver piece is now bronze. But these little stamps that are shown are actually candle and soap bar stamps, but they have a really great wide design, and I think I got them in a dollar bin at Michael's. And again, rubber stamps and also little embellishments that I've created. Let's see here. More of those soak stamps that are great to use, and more rubber stamps. So it just depends, like whatever you want to use texture. You can find a braided cord around the house and press it into the clay. You could find anything that you really want, nuts, bolts, fingernail, fingerprint. You have any like scoring forks, you know, designs that are kind of cool on your silverware maybe. You can press it into this mold maker clay. You can press it into the clay and create texture. Look around the house if you're looking for a new interesting texture, and you'll find it. There's texture and everything in a button and a zipper. But again, whatever you press into polymer clay, it's good to dust with cornstarch. And you'll see I'll use the brush. I'll dust one of the mold maker pieces, and then I'll press the clay into it. And what happens is when that clay is in there, I can flex that mold and the clay will pop out easier because of the cornstarch. And also these are really cool. They're little gemstones that are used with jewelry clay, and they're very tiny little faceted jewels, but they stick in the polymer clay, or you could use that liquid sculpey. Also, here's the clay tile, and as you notice, the video is going to start speeding up. Here's the clay tile. This is the clay tile I did previously. And here is a good way to soften your clay. If you're trying to work it in between your fingers and stuff, you'll save hundreds of minutes, and I don't know, you'll save time if you, because the clay is hard. So if you just roll it, like you're gonna roll a little snake or whatever, you'll find that that clay softens 10 times faster than if you tried to just press it in your fingers for, 15 minutes. Just roll it out, and at first it's a little tough, but it softens up really fast. And then you can see I'll roll this through my plastic maker, and then I'll cut my little rectangle shape out of that piece that I rolled. And I use these rectangles to create the little tiles that go on my panel, my 8x8 canvas panel, which is what I'm using. And you'll see I brushed the stamp with cornstarch, and there's the texture on this little tile. And there's a little bit more pressing with the stamp, a little more texture. And then grab one of those pigments, I believe. Yep. And you can use the brush to brush it on. You can, the cool thing about the brush is it'll get it inside all the little ridges, and you can see all the little ridges coming up. Now if you take a different color of pigment and you touch it to your fingertip and run over the top of that clay tile that you've just created, what will happen is all the surface that's up, because of the stamp that's raised, will pick up the pigment on your finger, and so it'll relieve those dark recesses of the previous pigment. So here you can see the design really starts to pop out. The gold. And so here's normal working mode. I'm going to go ahead and put on some music. This is me creating all kinds of tiles, and also putting, sometimes I enunciate my words so weird, and I think it's because I'm thinking at the same time as I'm talking, but it's me putting all the texture on the clay tiles as I'm working. And so I hope you enjoy the process. Please check back for more videos, and I'm trying to see if I can get back in the rhythm of posting. I'm getting ready to start my next round of classes at the University of New Mexico for my bachelor's degree in fine arts, and I currently have an associate's in fine arts and liberal arts. And so next round is bachelor's, and so I'm going to be the busy bee, but I hope that I can still pop up videos and show you the progress that I'm making throughout, and maybe some of the art projects that I'm going to be doing for my classes. with photography and painting. And also follow me on my blog. You'll see writings that I'll post up there. I probably have kept up better with that than I have with the videos. And hopefully I'll finish my grandfather's painting, the portrait that I've been working on for such a long time, and I'll share that video with you. And I can guarantee that that video is going to be sped up to like an insane speed, because that painting has taken quite a long time for me to complete. And it's just making sure that in the end the portrait looks like my grandfather and has his little characteristics about him. So again, hope you enjoy the video, and you'll see me placing the tiles, you'll see me placing all the little accents and designs. The light will change from time to time because it did take a couple of days to do this, and so I'll go from night to day. But if you have any questions, please comment below, and feel free, like really, if you want something specific, maybe I can do short little videos showing just the process of texture, or the process of, you know, softening the clay, or maybe even on those rubber molds, the mold maker. If you want me to go over any of that, just let me know in the comments, or if you follow me on my blog, you can comment there. And again, I'm on Pinterest, Instagram, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching.